And what's up, family? This is ShenanigatorJ, and welcome. This is March Madness, NCAA March Madness. And today we are going to do the NCAA March Madness Men's Basketball Bracket Challenge. Yes, wanted to see you guys. I wanted to do this with you guys. So it's going to be interesting. I have no idea what's going to happen. Like I said, 64 teams. This is Thursday, the 18th. So the official tournament starts tomorrow, the 19th. The official. So today, which is the first four, which are unofficial tournament games, but these are the final. I believe the final four teams that will be in to round up to 64. So these are unofficial games that will be played tonight, but the actual official tournament starts tomorrow, the 19th. So let's get started, why don't we? And let's get it going. Why don't we? So this is the NCAA. I use ESPN Tournament Challenge. So this is the Men's Bracket Challenge. As you can see, ShenanigatorJ. This is my bracket that I'm going to fill out. Let's see. So let's start. 64 teams again. Like I said, first round starts tomorrow. So on and so forth. So you have the round of 64, the round of 32, Sweet 16, Elite 8, and the Final Four, and the National Championship game. But let's get started. Let's see. Let's start out in the West. Let's go from left to right. So the first game is Gonzaga versus either the play-in game tonight between Norfolk State and Appalachian State. Now, I do have ties with Norfolk State. That is my dad's alma mater. Go Spartans. And I believe that they will win tonight's play-in game, but I do not think that they can power against Gonzaga. Like I said, Gonzaga is, they said, number one bracket. Their overall record, they're undefeated, 26-0. You know, they average 92 points a game and only allow 69 points a game. So I got to go with Gonzaga on that. Sorry, Spartans. Maybe next year. They coming back. All right, so next we go down to, what is it? Oklahoma, the Sooners versus Missouri. Now, this is a good one, and it's going to be a close one. Vegas has this as a 1 point. I believe Missouri is the 1 point favorites in this. They have Missouri as 1 point favorites, but that can go either way. So, this is tough, man. So the overall record for Missouri is 16-9. Oklahoma's 15-10. Versus what? Top 25 teams. Missouri's 4-2. Oklahoma's 5-7. They both average around the same points, 32, 74, 73 points a game. Might come down to a possession. The users pick about 59% picking Oklahoma, while 40% picking Missouri. I'm going to go, like I said, that's pretty much a pick 'em at a 1 point spread, 1 point favorite. I'm going to go with Missouri on this one. I'm going Missouri. All right. So next is Creighton versus, what is it? University of California, Santa Barbara. Now, Creighton is a 7 point favorite in this. Creighton, regardless of the players, the coach is a piece of crap. But unfortunately, like I said, I would have to go Creighton on this. Like I said, they average 77 points a game. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see. So, Creighton was the Big East runner-up. They lost to Georgetown. UNC Santa Barbara were the winners of 18 of their last 19 games. So I don't know. See, so I don't know, man. The last time they've been to the tournament was 2011, 10 years ago. But they won 18 of their last 19 games. So which way could I go? How could I go? Let me see. Creighton's a 7-point favorite, but that can go either way. Dig. And at a 5-12 is normally where you see these things. But I'm going to go Creighton. I'm sorry. I hope they lose in the second round of this. But I'm going to go Creighton on this one. I'm going to go Creighton. Not because of the coach. All right, next round up, we have a 14-3. Well, 4-13 game. 4 seed versus 13 seed. Virginia Cavaliers versus the Ohio University. Looks like Bobcats, it looks like. Virginia 7.5 favorites. Again, Virginia is not the Virginia team that you're used to seeing. I guess they were out of the ACC tournament due to COVID. They're defending champs. I guess, yeah, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go with Ohio. I'm going to go with Virginia. I'm going to go with the Cavaliers on this one. Because you said Ohio, don't know too much about them. They average 80 points a game. They only give up 73 points a game. But they said division, their overall record 16-7. Conference record was 9-5. Virginia's 13-4. Conference record 18-6. I'm gonna go with Virginia. I think they're just the powerhouse on this one. All right, so the next one is going to be USC 6 seed versus the play-in game tonight between Wichita State and Drake University. Now, I'm going to pick tonight. I think that Drake University will win tonight. I'm going to pick Drake. I'm going to pick Drake University or either one of these tonight. And will they win? Like I said, 11-6 seed. That's another good one, man. That's another good one, but I think that's going to be the upset. So I'm going to pick either Wichita State or Drake. I think Drake is going to win, but either one will come out tonight. I think they will make the upset tomorrow or whenever they play in the first round of USC. All right. So let's go to, Kansas versus Eastern Washington, a 3-14. Kansas is a 10.5 point favorite. I got to go with Kansas on this one. Just the lesser, the more known team, even though Eastern Washington won 13 of the last 14 games, including to win their conference, the Big Sky tournament, or the Big Sky Conference. They got an automatic bid. It's just too much, man. I think that they are just too good. Got to go with Kansas. Got to go with the name, just the name alone. 7-10. Now, this can go either way. Oregon, VCU, Virginia Commonwealth. Oregon, like I said, winners of the last, 11-13. They're the most experienced team in the tournament. But they haven't had good luck in the tournament. I think they've been out early. VCU is back in, but they also had, first round exits. I think 2 out of the 6 times they've been in, they only made it past the first round. So I'm going to go Oregon. I'm going to go Oregon on this one. Next one, Iowa, Grand Canyon. Iowa's the powerhouse, man. 14.5 point favorite. I'm going Iowa over Grand Canyon. I'm sorry. Never even heard of Grand Canyon. Don't even know if they have. I've never even heard of Grand Canyon. I'm sorry. So let's get down. Let's go to the East. So let's go to the Eastern bracket. We're going to keep going straight down. Next one, let's say Michigan versus either, I don't know what this is, Texas Southern versus whatever MSN is. I'm not even sure which school that is. Those are playing in today. But it doesn't matter. I got to go with Michigan. My man, Juwan Howard, head coach up there, doing big things. You know, Big Ten Coach of the Year, too, on top of it. So Juwan Howard, man, you know, he's doing good things back in his alma mater, and he's going to bring pride back to the Wolverines. But I got to go with the number 1 seed in the East, Michigan, on that first one. Now we have LSU versus St. Bonaventure. Now, St. Bonaventure, I know personally from St. Joe's and being in the A10, this school is pretty good. This school's pretty good. They have a 16-4 overall record, 11-4 conference record. They play good, stout defense. They've won the A10 championship and regular season. And it's close. Like I said, Vegas has LSU as the 1.5 point favorite, but that can go either way. That's a possession. So I'm going to stick close to. I'm going to stick close to the. I'm going to stay in the A10, and I'm going to root for my A10, St. Bonaventure, to go on to the second round. All right. So next we have Colorado, Georgetown. Georgetown is on fire right now. After what happened with Pat Ewing, the head coach of Georgetown, being asked for his credentials and not being allowed or being stopped in the Garden, his name and his picture is all over the Garden. You want to ask it? So ever since then, man, they've been on the tear. That is my Cinderella team. Georgetown Hoyas is my Cinderella team this year. I got them going over Colorado into the second round. All right. So next we have Florida State versus North Carolina Greensboro. Again, I'm going, Florida State's an 11-point favorite. I'm going to go with Florida State on this. All right, so BYU, now this is an interesting one. BYU versus the winner of tonight's play-in game, which is I'm going to catch today, versus Michigan State and UCLA. That is going to be an interesting game, a play-in game. So UCLA, Michigan State in a play-in game. These are two normal. These two are like two normal teams, man, that'll normally go in today. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, BYU, man, they 20-6 overall record, 10-3 conference record. They lost all those three of those conference losses was to Gonzaga, but you know. I think they're going to top whoever UCLA, Michigan State. 63%. It's got BYU. Only 36% will have either Michigan State or UCLA. Let's see what they have on here. There's really not much on here for that, but I'm gonna have to roll with. Man, this is tough. It's another 6-11, but. And I already picked Drake or what is it? I picked Drake to Wichita State over USC. I'm going to go with BYU. I'm going to roll with BYU on this one, just out of statistical numbers, statistical facts or whatever. It's pretty much you won't really see 2 11 seeds advance mostly. At least one of them will be. And I'm guessing BYU. I might be wrong. This is why we play the game. 3, Texas, Abilene versus Abilene Christian. Texas is 9-point favorites. And Shaka Smart, I got to roll with that, man. I got to roll with my man Shaka. So, got to roll with Texas on that one. Longhorns. Connecticut, Huskies versus Terrapins. All right. This will be a good one. And this is another close one. They got Connecticut as 2.5-point favorites. That's a possession. So they thinking about it's going to come down to the last possession. Connecticut, do they have their Kemba Walker this year? I don't know. I don't really follow them too much, this year, too much and stuff like that. I think Maryland's playing good team ball. And it's close, man. 51% picking Connecticut, while Maryland is 48%. So it's a toss-up, man. And I'm gonna go with the Huskies. I haven't heard from them in a while. I think they're bound to make a new comeback. And the last one in this bracket is Alabama, Iona. Alabama's 7-point favorite. Alabama's crushing it right now. I'm gonna roll with Bama. Roll Tide. All right, so let's go back up on the other end to the South bracket. Baylor versus Hartford. I'm going to roll with Baylor, of course. Hartford, Connecticut, all good, but like I said, 25-point favorite. Yo, that's not even fair. That's not even fair. Now this is a good one. This is a very interesting one right here. 8-9 seed game. North Carolina Tar Heels versus Wisconsin Badgers. They said, man, Wisconsin, it's a 1 point. It's pretty much a pick 'em. But they have North Carolina as the 1 point favorite pretty much because they're the 8 seed. That's pretty much it. But I got to roll with Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin has been playing good in these tournaments. While North Carolina Tar Heels, they fell back the last couple times. Ever since their national championship game against Nova, really haven't heard from them too much in these tournaments. But although the Badgers did lose 5 of their last 6 games, so that's kind of, yeah, man. They at least said, but the Badgers will keep games close, but they just got to step up offensively, But oh man, this is the pick 'em. I think this is a pick 'em. You know what? I'm going to change that pick. I'm going to change it to Tar Heels because I did pick a 9 over in the other side with Missouri. So I'm going to even it out, and I'm going to pick the 8 seed for this one. So I'm going to pick North Carolina on this one. And this one is an unpopular favorite. Villanova versus Winthrop. Winthrop is no pushover. Like I said, 17-1 conference. Overall record 23-1. They average 79 points a game, and their defense only gives up 66. So they play stout defense, and they can rebound. Villanova lost their star point guard for the rest of the season, with the injury. Even though Villanova's 6.5 favorites, I'm gonna go with Winthrop. Unpopular. I don't care. Winthrop for the win. There. I don't care what you guys say. Winthrop over Villanova. That is one of my upsets. One of the major upsets. All right. So next is Purdue, North Texas. Purdue is 7.5 point favorites. I'm going to go with Purdue on this. I'm going to just go with Purdue on this one. Texas Tech versus Utah State. This is a very even matchup. Again, Texas Tech is 4-point favorites. 4-point favorites. Utah State fell in their conference tournament final, but they were one of the bubble teams, so I guess they, I'm pretty sure they got something to prove. They play good defense. Like I said, Texas Tech. Not sure. Conference record is 9-8. Overall records 17-10. Utah State overall records 20-8. You know what? I'm gonna go with Utah State on this. I'm gonna pick Utah State on this. All right, this we have 3-14 seed game. Arkansas versus Colgate. Wow. All right, so Arkansas is an 8.5 favorite. They got bounced. Arkansas got bounced in the SEC semifinals, snapping a 9-game winning streak after that. Whereas Colgate, they only played 15 games this year in a shortened Patriot League schedule, and I believe Drexel's in that same league, if I'm not mistaken. Probably I might be mistaken in that. But Colgate's a great shooting team. They have a 6'11" freshman, I believe, that from the area, if I'm not mistaken. I think he went to Methacton, if I'm not mistaken. But Colgate can surprise people, man. Matter of fact, they scored, 14-1, 11-1, even though in a shortened season, scored 86 points a game and gave up 68 points. They play stout defense. Man, and Arkansas 22-6 overall with a 13-4 conference. Hey, this ain't just because it's 3-14 don't mean nothing. I'm gonna go with Colgate. I'm gonna go with Colgate on this. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's closer than what it is. All right, so next one, Florida, Virginia Tech. Again, this is pretty much a pick 'em. They got Florida as the 1-point favorite only because it's the 7th seed. Again, Virginia Tech plays stout defense, only gives up 65 points. Like I said, Florida lost their player of the year to a heart condition. He's still living. I mean, he's just out, getting treatment. But Virginia Tech, got a ACC Coach of the Year. Back in the tournament for a second straight year. I'm gonna roll with Virginia Tech, man. It's tough with your star players not playing. It's tough. It's tough to win. It's tough to, even if you do rally, man. It's tough for this. But I think it's the way the tournament's set up this year. I think it's going to be more upsets. It's going to be way more upsets than expected because it's level ground. The last one of the South bracket, Ohio State versus Oral Roberts. I'm just going to go with Ohio State. I know nothing about Oral Roberts. Don't even know where the school is. Ohio State's 15.5-point favorites. I'm going to just roll with that. All right. So let's get down to the Midwest bracket. All right. So down to the Midwest, we have Illinois versus Drexel. Now, I love Drexel. Love Drexel to death. They won. They won their tournament. I think they won their tournament, man, and it's their first NCAA appearance in a long, long time. I believe since 91 or something. I can't remember. It's been a while. But they've had multiple pauses in their season due to COVID protocols and everything like that. I'm just going to go with Illinois, man. Sorry, Drexel. I'm rooting for you still, but that's a tough hill to climb. For sure. Loyola versus Georgia Tech. Loyola's a 6-point favorite. They won 17 of their last 18 en route to winning regular season and tournament title. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna go with Loyola on this one. Why not? I think they were a good team. They were a Cinderella team last year. I think they've been here before, man, if I'm not mistaken. But it's still close. 55% picks Loyola, while 44% picks Georgia Tech. I can go either way, but I'm going to pick Loyola. Next matchup, Tennessee, Oregon State. Tennessee's 8-point favorite, 8.5 favorite. Let's see. That could go either way, 5-12, but I'm going to go with the Volunteers on this one. I'm going to go Vols. All right. So this one, Oklahoma State, Liberty. Oklahoma State is 7.5-point favorites, and they ended their season going 6-1 and advancing to that conference championship, and they beat Baylor in the semifinals in the Big 12 tournament. Liberty, this is their 5th time in program history in the Big Dance. They're riding a 12-game winning streak. Ooh, that's right. An upset is on the table with the right matchup, but the threes for this team have to fall in place. I think their strength is three-pointers for Liberty. Again, play stout defense, but they have to score. Again, for Liberty overall, they're 23-5, conference 11-2, while Oklahoma State 11-7, conference with a 20-8 regular. Ooh, man, I'm gonna go Liberty. I think Liberty. I think I think those threes are gonna rain, man. A matchup. That's a good matchup for them. And I like it, man. I like it. All right, San Diego State versus Syracuse. I believe that's a 3-point. San Diego State is a 3-point favorite, so that can go either way. But they were gunning for the second seed, I guess. And see, Syracuse, man, they've been lacking firepower lately. Even though I like, they've been lacking firepower. It's a good name, but they haven't really been doing anything lately. So that's why I can't ride with them right now. So I got to go with San Diego State on this one. West Virginia versus Morehead State. I'm going to go with Rock. I'm going to go with West Virginia. I got to go Mountaineers. Mountaineers. That's right. Got to go with Mountaineers on that one. The next one is Clemson versus Rutgers, I believe. Clemson is 59%, while Rutgers is 40%. Clemson is 65 points per game, while Rutgers is the first time in. Wait a minute. It's the first time Rutgers. I'm sorry. It's the first time Rutgers has been in since 1991. So Rutgers is the first time since they've been in since 1991, whereas Drexel, they've been in, but it wasn't that long ago, but it was a while. But I'm going to go with this one because I got to root for that underdog. I got to root for that one. I'm sorry. I got to go Rutgers over Clemson. That's where I'm going to go with this. And then the last one, I'm going to just do Houston over Cleveland State. So that's where I'm going to go with that. All right, so that's the first round to go. Stay tuned. We're going to do the second round, and then we're going to just finish out from there after that. But this is the first round. Hope you guys like it. Hey, if you don't, oh well. Like I said, try to get in on it. All right, let's keep it going. All right, and we're back. Let's do that second round. All right, so let's see. Let's get to that second round now. And we're just going to finish it out from here, from the second round on down. So let's start off from the West bracket. I believe it's the round of 32. Yep. So we'll start off from the round of 32. Second round, we have Gonzaga, Missouri. Let's see, man. This is going to be good. It would have, just based off of whatever it is, I'm gonna go Gonzaga. Gonzaga's powerhouse right now. I'm gonna go Gonzaga on this. All right, so we have Creighton versus Virginia on this. Like I said, Virginia plays that stout defense. I'm gonna just roll with. Like I said, man, they can make some noise, man. So I'm gonna go Virginia. Former, like I said, man, defending champs. You gotta go with the defending champs. They are defending champs from 2019. Remember, there was no tournament last year. My thing is Wichita State or Drake versus Kansas. Again, I'm gonna roll with Kansas. Moving on to the Sweet 16. Or is that Sweet 16. I'm sorry. All right. So we got Oregon, Iowa. Ooh, man, that's a tough one. Oregon is the most experienced. Iowa has the Big Ten Player of the Year. They got good. See, the weakness is perimeter defense. Opponents shoot 34% beyond the arc. But if they tighten that up, man, Iowa can make a run. And I think Iowa's going to make that run. So I'm going to stick with Iowa. I'm going to stick with Iowa on this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with Iowa. So let's see. So far we got, where we got so far? Here we go. So far in the Sweet 16 in the Western bracket is Gonzaga, Virginia, Kansas City, Iowa. So let's move it down to the East bracket. Let's move it down to the East bracket right now. So we got Michigan. What the heck? Michigan. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. So we got Michigan, St. Bonaventure. Michigan, like I said, my man Juwan Howard, or St. Bonaventure, the Atlantic 10 prospect, or Atlantic 10 team, A10 team. But I gotta go Michigan. I gotta go Michigan. I gotta go with my guy Juwan Howard. Gotta go with my guy Juwan Howard on this one. Georgetown, Florida State. Again, my Cinderella team is Georgetown this year. I'm sorry. I gotta go Georgetown. Gotta go Georgetown on this. Have to. That team has got some magic to them, and I believe they're going to make it down, at least down to this part. We'll get to that matchup soon. But yeah, I gotta have to go down there. I had to go with my guys. Gotta go Georgetown. BYU, Texas. Like I said, they both give up the same amount of points, while BYU scores 3 more points. You know what, man? Shaka Smart, man. I gotta go with Shaka, man. I gotta go with my guy. Gotta go with Shaka. Gotta go with. All right, so the last one on this end of the bracket, of the round of 32 on this side, is Connecticut versus Alabama. All right, and like I said, Alabama is strong, man. Alabama strong. But they have Coach of the Year. But this is just their third time, Alabama, this is their third time in the tournament, in the last 10 years. But I think they can do it, man. I don't know. They have the depth and they have the talent to compete. Man, and they earned their first SEC title since '91 this year. Man, and I think Connecticut does have their type. Yeah, Kemba Walker, and I believe they can go. I believe what's his name? His name is James Bouknight, 6'5" sophomore guard. But I think Alabama has too much of a team, man. So I got to go with Alabama on this one. Got to go with Alabama. I'll go with Alabama on this one. All right. So let's take a look. Go with Bet and Bama. Yep. So let's go this. We have Baylor and North Carolina. Baylor and North Carolina. Again, like I said, Baylor had one regular season loss in the conference out of 22-2 overall this year. They got offense, scoring 82 points. I got to go with Baylor. I'm going to go with Baylor. Winthrop versus Purdue. They said Winthrop 23-1. Man, versus Purdue. You know what? I'm going to go upset. I'm going to go Winthrop. Winthrop to the Sweet 16. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Winthrop to the Sweet 16. All right, so Utah State versus Colgate. Again, like I said, man, I'm gonna go Colgate. I'm gonna go Colgate to the Sweet 16. It's gonna be a lot of upsets. I agreed. I honestly think there's going to be a lot of upsets this year because of the way it's set up, the way the brackets or the way the division set up. There's not a lot of travel. Everything's going to be centralized in one city. So I think everything's going to be centralized in Indiana or Indianapolis, and they're going to play around like surrounding areas. I believe that, and I believe that's going to level the playing field, if you will. All right, so we have Illinois versus Loyola, 1 versus 8. And I am going to go out on a limb. Yes, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. See, I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I was going to pick Loyola over Illinois. I was going to do that. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pick Illinois over Loyola. All right, so next is Tennessee, Rocky Top versus Liberty. Liberty had the upset. So it said Liberty with the upset. But let's see. Where should I go with this? Liberty scores 74 points a game, just under 75, but allows just under 60, whereas Tennessee allows just under 63. Now, I understand there's a conference difference and all of that. But, man, I'm going to go Tennessee. I think their magic runs out after that first round upset. So I'm gonna go Vols. I'm gonna go Rocky Top with that. West Virginia, San Diego State. Like I said, this isn't the San Diego State that ripped through things a couple years ago. But West Virginia's got that full-court press, man, and I got to roll with them. I'm sorry. Got to roll with that. Next one is Rutgers, Houston. Again, Rutgers got that magic, man. First time in a tournament since 91. I think they run by that first round. But Houston is I think they're one of 3 teams in the nation that rank in the top 10 in both offense and defense efficiency. I have to roll with Houston. I got to roll with Houston on this one. I think the magic of for what you call it runs out. I believe so. All right, so let's get it right here. So now we are in the Sweet 16 bracket. No, I'm sorry. We did do the Sweet. Yeah, we are in the Sweet 16. So now we are in the Sweet 16 brackets right now, heading into the Elite 8. So now we have Gonzaga versus Virginia. Now, this is where I would say, is this finally the year for Gonzaga? They have all the necessary tools to win. Is this the year for Gonzaga? They've been out around this time the last few years where they've been top dog. I think this is the year that they move on to the Elite 8. This is the year. I believe so. I believe this is the year that they move on. So I'm going to pick Gonzaga over here. Kansas, Iowa. Again, I'm going to go Iowa. Iowa looks like they can go on a run. with all the right tools. So I'm going to pick Iowa for this. We're going to stay right here. So we're going to stay right here between these two. Gonzaga, Iowa, going to the Final Four. Guess what? I'm going to say this is, like I said, this is the year for Gonzaga. At least going to the Final Four, and I'm going to pick Gonzaga. Gonzaga in the Final Four. That's what I want to pick. That's my pick. So I have Gonzaga in the Final Four. All right, so let's go down to here. We have Michigan, Georgetown. Michigan, Georgetown. Now, Michigan, like I said, on top, but I think, man, I want to go. Like I said, I'm sticking true to my guns, man. Georgetown is the Cinderella. Georgetown is my Cinderella pick. I got them going. They got the magic. I'm calling it right now. Fan of Juwan Howard up there in Michigan. Fan of Patrick Ewing in Georgetown. I got to go Georgetown, man. I think they got that magic, and I got to pick them. All right. So let's go down to Texas, Alabama. Alabama's too much of a team. Shaka Smart, man, he's good. But it's too much pressure on Shaka. So I'm going to go with Alabama on this. I'm going to go Alabama. All right, and Georgetown, Alabama. Again, I think, man, I got to roll with the magic, man. I'm rolling with the magic. I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling the dice, but that's what it's all about. I'm going Georgetown in the Final Four. Georgetown in the Final Four. That's where I'm going. And it's just like that. All right, so let's go Baylor, Winthrop. Winthrop had a good 2 rounds upsetting Villanova. I have them upsetting Villanova and upsetting Purdue. I don't see that happening with Baylor. So I think Baylor gets the best of Winthrop. Good run. We respect it, but I think that's where it ends. What's the next one? Wait a minute, what's the next one? Oh, it's going back down here. Wait a minute. All right, so let's go. Sorry about that. Let's stay up here. So we have, oh, you know what? I completely forgot one. I completely forgot one of these. I'm sorry. I completely forgot one. We forgot Ohio State versus Virginia Tech. I got to go Ohio State. Ohio State, Colgate. I'm going to run with Ohio State right here. Baylor, Ohio State. And I believe I'm going to go. Where am I going to go with this? Let me see. Baylor, Ohio State. Let's see, man. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Baylor. I'm going to say that there's 2 number ones in the Final Four this year. At least. That's where we're going to start at. So, Dallas run down here. So now we have Illinois versus Tennessee. See, Illinois, I believe, can keep up with any team right now, man. So I'm going to roll with Illinois over Tennessee. I'm going to go West Virginia. I got to go Mountaineers over Houston. And I think this is where it drops. I think this is where at least one of the teams is coming out. One of the number ones, and I believe that it's going to be Illinois. So I believe that West Virginia will be in the Final Four. So my Final Four right here is Gonzaga, Georgetown, Baylor, West Virginia. All right. So here we go. Georgetown, West Virginia. I believe that this is going to be a good game. And I think, as much as I want to do Georgetown, I think this is the year Gonzaga goes to the national championship again. I believe this is the year. So I'm going to go Gonzaga. Whereas Final Four for Baylor, West Virginia, I'm going to say... No. You know what? Sticking true to my guns right now. I'm going to stay true. I'm going to say upset. Upset. I'm rolling with Georgetown. I'm running with Georgetown. And you know what? I'm going to go with West Virginia. I'm going to go Georgetown, West Virginia in the championship game. That's right. Georgetown, West Virginia championship game. And guess who I got going? I'm riding with my man Pat all the way. Pat Ewan all the way. Georgetown Hoyas going to win. Georgetown Hoyas going to win. And you know what the score is going to be? It's going to be 77-71. That's the score. 77-71 Georgetown. There you go. There you have it. Hey, it is what it is. Submit the picks. I'll do all that stuff later. I ain't worried about that right now. That's who I got, people. Georgetown Hoyas to cut the net down in Indianapolis this year. I'm putting the energy out there. All of my faith right now is in the Georgetown Hoyas. With that being said, thank you guys for being a part of this. I might create a bracket myself. I might create a bracket myself. Call it Shenanigans, Bracket Shenanigans 2021. If you guys want to do it, I'm going to make it public. If you guys want to join and hop on, man, you're more than welcome to. I might do that. Or I might just keep it and just do my regular thing. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But, happy pickings for you guys. I hope this helps. Again, if you don't like it, that's too bad. I picked Georgetown. See ya. Peace. To the next time. 1.